We're going to come into the midline. Moving into bilateral stretching of the feet and the ankles, step number 8. There's a few different ways we can move the feet. And so they're happening at the same time here. I'm backing out and away. In our books, most everything is done from a kneeling posture, which I'm going to try to do. But depending on your size and the differential, some things have to be done from standing. So there may be a couple times where I pop into standing and you won't be able to see my head, but you don't need that. So you get plenty of it right now. But yeah, so from here, he's on his knees, but I've come to appreciate a toe stand. If you're used to it, it gives you kind of a break, and it also helps get you out of the way a little bit so that you can make this happen a little bit easier. It's not necessary, again, it's always making it happen, whatever makes it comfortable for you. So her feet are coming in line with her legs, and we're just stretching the tops of the feet coming down. Some people's feet touch the mat, some people's definitely don't. So a little rotation, I'm going to press these feet up towards the ceiling, almost like she's going to take a step. And I do that with the heels of my hand, and I really press in. And so I'm going to press in first, and then I'm going to try to stretch those toes, rolling my fingers and hands over. So hopefully you saw that down there. So up as much as possible, and this is where the toe stand helps me get behind it a little bit more. Gets a little bit more active. And then we're going to take these feet just to the midline, 1 and 2, and maybe switch them and allow foot on top of foot. So, and then maybe palming out to the side. We're going to be walking into palm pressing the legs, which is step number 9. So coming back in, we're going to want to be in place where we can come up into tabletop to be able to work. The palm presses, again, we don't want to drop the heel of our hand into any bony prominences, which is going to be like the tibia. No direct pressure at the knees, and we'll want to be careful getting up into the femur, into the quads. This is always a place where we kind of end up strumming and finding our friend's sensitivity. So just take it easy at first and then start to offer a little bit more pressure. So these palm presses, my hands are fully connected to her tissue as well. My fingers aren't out. It's not like a bump, bump, bump. I'm just applying this thing to her. I'm staying with her. I'm keeping my hands completely wrapped so that there's complete connection. My tissue, her tissue, that not only what I am pressing on the interior of the calf there, the interior energy lines we're going to come to here in a moment, but I am also sending that energy over the tibia and into those fingers on the other side. Now, we have to be careful that we're not squeezing back too much, because that's not necessarily what this is about. It's more of continuing to send the energy out in that direction. There are other schools of thought where there is, in other actions, things that will pick up, which would be a gentle pullback of the tissue. But for the most part, we're pressing out to the side. This is very widely used palm press in Thai massage, opening up the tissues, walking with it, and continuous movement. So the knees, because there is no direct pressure, I did circles on the way up and in, and you define the patella and get around, and it all feels good, like you're washing that clean. And we continue to palm press our way out. So again, you can pause at any time and spend time with things you might need